Hi, I'm John Bell, Executive Director of the Loan Guarantee Service of the Veterans Benefits Administration. VA delivers home loan benefits to eligible veterans who are purchasing, refinancing, adapting, or retaining a home. LGY has grown in market share of the overall mortgage market from 1% to over 10%. VA has changed the perception from a safety net benefit to an industry-leading product of choice. The real estate market is very competitive in much of our country. Veterans obtaining VA guaranteed loans, as well as other home buyers who are obtaining financing, are finding it difficult to compete with cash buyers. On this episode of VA Benefits News, I'll highlight how LGY is serving our veterans in today's market. Homebuyers who are obtaining financing, including veterans purchasing a home with a VA guaranteed loan, are facing challenges of getting their bids accepted due to competition from cash buyers and waivers offered by conventional programs with more than 20% down payment. For the seller, a cash deal and loans without appraisal and financing contingencies present less risk, as it is not contingent upon the approval of financing for the buyer or an appraisal, or having items needed to be repaired called minimum property requirements. There are sometimes misperceptions in the industry about VA loan closing times. It is essential that sellers and real estate professionals are aware that VA guaranteed loan closing timeframes compare favorably with other loan types. I also want to be sure everyone watching is aware of a legislative change that was effective on January 1st, 2020. As part of the Blue Water Navy Veterans Act, PL 11623, there is no longer a cap on the loan amount VA will guarantee if an eligible veteran has their full entitlement available. A veteran can now buy a home regardless of where they live. Before this act, a veteran was limited in their opportunity to purchase in higher cost areas. This is a tremendous advantage for veterans in today's competitive market. If part of the veteran's entitlement is tied to a previous loan, the veteran may still be able to get another VA guaranteed loan. An appraisal is not a home inspection. VA staff monitor appraisal timeliness to ensure that veterans are receiving appraisals as fast or faster than other appraisals on other loan types. In fiscal year 2022 to date, appraisal timeliness nationwide averaged 9 business days, an improvement of over 11.8 days in fiscal year 2021. According to data from appraisal management companies, VA appraisal timeliness routinely outperforms conventional appraisal timeliness. The industry does not have a standard of how timeliness of the appraisal process is measured. Sometimes there are misperceptions in the industry that VA appraisals come in below the sales price. In FY22 to date, over 91% of VA appraisal values met or exceeded the contract sales price. In cases where the value is below the sales price, the veteran may request a reconsideration of value by VA staff. Since February of 2022, 62% of these requests have resulted in an average of an increase of $24,000 on the valuation. The strength of the veteran buyer is substantial, and they have characteristics of an average credit score of 722, a 40% debt ratio, which is the housing debt plus debts listed on the credit bureau divided by the gross income of the veteran, 46,000 in reserves, and meet an industry-leading residual income requirement, which are all the debts divided by the gross income, to ensure if a veteran does face financial difficulty, they have the financial cushion to help mitigate default. Veterans have over 1,600 lenders nationwide that close at least one loan with VA a year, and real estate professionals that have experience with closing VA deals is a must. Choose someone you feel comfortable. The home loan benefit saves veterans money and gives them reassurances to help them mitigate financial difficulty. The steps that VA has taken during today's competitive markets further illustrates that VA home loan benefits should be the product of choice for veterans. If you aren't choosing your home loan benefit, it could cost you money. If you have questions about the VA home loan program, you can reach us by calling 877-827-3702 or visiting va.gov and scrolling down to housing assistance. Thank you for your time and have a great day.